Marcus Aurelius, the legendary Stoic philosopher-emperor, once declared, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This timeless wisdom holds the key to unlocking a life of peace, purpose, and true self-mastery. Welcome to Krathen, where today we're not just exploring ideas, we're embarking on a transformative journey. Together, we'll identify 15 crucial elements that silently drain our energy, disrupt our inner peace, and hold us back from becoming our best selves. But this isn't just about cutting away the negatives, it's about reshaping our thoughts, building resilience, and reclaiming our power. Throughout this journey, you'll hear stories of powerful figures who turned adversity into strength, as well as everyday examples that reveal the extraordinary impact of mindful change. Get ready to dig deep, reflect, and make actionable changes that will elevate your life. Let's begin. 1. Cutting out toxic connections. In life, there comes a defining moment when boundaries must be set. This isn't an act of cruelty, but rather a necessary assertion of self-respect and mental well-being. Toxic relationships. Whether they come from a friend who constantly betrays trust, a colleague who subtly undermines you, or even a family member who erodes your confidence, can have long-lasting impacts on your emotional health. Recognizing and severing such ties is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of profound courage and self-preservation. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example, a media titan who has encountered her share of envy, betrayal, and manipulation throughout her storied career. She dealt with trusted associates who turned against her. Yet, Oprah didn't waste time engaging in public disputes or exacting petty revenge. Instead, she channeled her energy into her work, distancing herself from those who didn't align with her purpose. By refocusing her vision and surrounding herself with supportive allies, Oprah built an empire rooted in authenticity, trust, and mutual respect. This approach not only exemplifies strength, but underscores how cutting off negative influences can catalyze personal and professional growth. The same lesson applies to all of us. Toxicity manifests in many forms: the friend who only appears when they need something, the coworker who takes credit for your ideas, or the relative who dismisses your accomplishments. While it might feel harsh to let go, choosing peace over toxicity is a necessary act of self-care. Walking away does not stem from bitterness, but from prioritizing your own well-being. When those who have harmed you return seeking favors or forgiveness, it's essential to remember that saying no is a complete sentence. It is a powerful boundary that protects your energy and honors your journey. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, emphasized this ethos succinctly when he said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Instead of succumbing to the temptation of retaliation or dwelling on past hurts, strive to become a better version of yourself. By nurturing your growth, you distance yourself from their negativity and set a new standard for your life. True strength lies not in stooping to the level of those who wronged us, but in transcending their behavior entirely. This mindset is not limited to public figures like Oprah. Consider Michelle Obama, who, during her years in the White House, faced intense public scrutiny and malicious attacks. Rather than retaliate or engage with her detractors, she chose grace, poise, and a focus on impactful initiatives. She directed her energy toward causes she believed in and became an enduring role model of resilience and integrity. Her actions show that by stepping away from negativity and focusing on purposeful endeavors, we can create lasting change, both within ourselves and in the world around us. When you make the decision to distance yourself from toxic connections, you free yourself to pursue more meaningful relationships and opportunities. It's a shift in perspective that transforms your energy from survival mode to growth and fulfillment. Surround yourself with those who inspire, uplift, and challenge you positively. Your time and emotional energy are finite resources. Spend them wisely on those who truly value and reciprocate your investment. Walking away from toxic connections doesn't mean cutting yourself off from all conflict or criticism. It means discerning between those who challenge you for the sake of growth and those who only seek to tear you down. Embrace constructive relationships that help you evolve, while letting go of those who drain your spirit and undermine your efforts. Ultimately, protecting your peace is about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that you deserve relationships grounded in respect, reciprocity, and mutual support. You do not owe explanations, lengthy justifications, or second chances to those who consistently harm you. Prioritizing your well-being over toxicity is not selfish. It is a radical act of self-respect that will ultimately attract more fulfilling connections into your life. Let time reveal the consequences of their actions while you continue to grow, learn, and cultivate your happiness. In cutting out toxic connections, you create space for growth, healing, and authentic living. This act of courage becomes the foundation for all other transformations, enabling you to live fully and freely, true to your values and purpose. It is a commitment to living a life of integrity, where you choose your own path, unburdened by the negativity of others. In doing so, you embody the essence of Marcus Aurelius' wisdom and become a living testament to the power of inner strength and self-determination. 2. Letting go of unnecessary goals. Goals are often the driving force that keeps us moving forward, striving for success, and achieving personal milestones. Yet, not every goal serves us forever. As time passes, some aspirations become outdated, burdensome, or simply misaligned with who we have become. The challenge lies in recognizing when to let go and having the courage to do so. Consider Steve Jobs. In 1985, he was ousted from Apple, the very company he co-founded. To many, it seemed like a devastating setback, an end to his vision and career. However, Jobs didn't allow this dramatic change to define him. Instead of clinging to past ambitions or wallowing in resentment, he pivoted. Jobs founded Next, a company focused on computer technology, and invested heavily in Pixar, transforming it from a struggling graphics division into a world-renowned animation studio. His work with Pixar revolutionized animated storytelling, leading to blockbuster films such as Toy Story. Eventually, Jobs returned to Apple, bringing with him a renewed vision and a legacy of innovation that redefined not only the company but entire industries. His comeback is one of the most iconic corporate turnarounds in history. What can we learn from this? Letting go of a goal doesn't signify failure, it represents redirection. There is wisdom in knowing when to release outdated pursuits and channel energy into endeavors that reflect your current values and passions. Goals that once inspired us may no longer fit as we evolve. Clinging to them out of habit, fear, or societal expectations can weigh us down, limiting our potential to grow and pivot towards greater opportunities. Take a moment to reflect on your own aspirations. Are you pursuing a career path, relationship, or project simply because it once held significance? Are these goals genuinely aligned with who you are today? Or do they represent someone you used to be? Perhaps they were dreams planted by family, friends, or society, and you've outgrown them without realizing it. Quietly releasing these pursuits is an act of bravery and self-awareness. It allows you to focus on what truly brings fulfillment and purpose. By shedding what no longer serves you, you create space for new growth and meaningful experiences. This idea resonates deeply with the words of Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, who said, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we waste so much." Life is filled with opportunities, but many of us squander our time chasing goals that have lost their relevance. Seneca's wisdom challenges us to evaluate our priorities and use our energy wisely. By letting go of pursuits that no longer align with our values, we regain control over our time and focus it on what genuinely matters. Another powerful example is former U.S. President Barack Obama. Before entering politics, he worked as a community organizer and later as a civil rights attorney. Though his work was impactful, he recognized that in order to affect broader change, he needed to pivot and pursue a career in public service. Obama let go of his original path, redirected his goals, and eventually became one of the most influential figures in modern history. His ability to adapt and realign his ambitions highlights the importance of flexibility and vision. In a more personal context, letting go might involve shifting careers, ending a stagnant relationship, or abandoning a long-term project that no longer excites you. It requires humility to acknowledge when something no longer fits and courage to step into the unknown. The discomfort of change is often outweighed by the rewards of pursuing something more authentic to your current self. Redefining your goals doesn't have to be public or grandiose. Subtle, deliberate shifts can have a profound impact. Quietly adjusting your path allows you to preserve your energy, maintain focus, and protect your mental well-being. It's not about proving anything to others, it's about aligning with your own truth and letting go of unnecessary goals. You cultivate resilience and openness to change. This mindset makes it easier to adapt when life throws unexpected challenges your way. Instead of feeling trapped by past decisions, you learn to pivot gracefully and take advantage of new opportunities. Remember that success is not a linear path, it's a series of shifts, adjustments, and courageous steps forward. As you navigate these changes, embrace the process of self-reflection and realignment. Take stock of what genuinely inspires and motivates you. Ask yourself if your goals reflect who you are today or who you once aspired to be. Release what no longer serves you with gratitude for the lessons it brought. In doing so, you make room for new passions and pursuits that better align with the person you are becoming. This is the essence of growth, and it starts with the courage to let go. 3. Maintaining discretion in ending relationships. The end of a significant relationship, be it a friendship, romantic partnership, or even a professional alliance, can feel like a whirlwind of emotions. It's natural to experience a flood of hurt, anger, sadness, and even a need to share your side of the story. However, while venting may offer temporary relief, true healing and dignity often lie in the practice of discretion. Nelson Mandela's life offers a profound example of this grace. During his long struggle against apartheid, Mandela faced betrayal, even from those he once trusted deeply. Instead of broadcasting every grievance or seeking public validation for his pain, Mandela chose a path of inward reflection and growth. By transforming his suffering into strength and purpose, he became a beacon of hope and reconciliation for an entire nation. His ability to maintain composure and focus on the greater goal speaks to the power of discretion and self-mastery. Oversharing, especially in today's age of social media, is a slippery slope. It may feel cathartic to post details about a breakup or a conflict with a former friend. You might be tempted to share every slight, every hurtful word, and every betrayal in a quest for validation or sympathy. But what does this achieve? More often than not, it invites a barrage of opinions, unsolicited advice, and gossip from people who don't fully understand your situation. It can lead to public spectacle, complicate healing, and sometimes even escalate conflicts further. Instead, there is strength in restraint. When faced with the end of a meaningful relationship, pause and turn inward. Take the time to reflect privately on what went wrong, what lessons you can take from the experience, and how you can grow. Seek solace in trusted confidants who will offer a listening ear without judgment or public exposure. By keeping sensitive matters private, you not only protect your dignity but also preserve the sacredness of what once was. Even relationships that end painfully hold moments of love, friendship, or collaboration that deserve respect. Princess Diana once spoke of the challenges of dealing with public scrutiny during her highly publicized divorce from Prince Charles. Despite being one of the most photographed and talked about figures of her time, Diana chose to protect certain aspects of her private life and remain graceful amid intense public interest. She focused on her humanitarian work, using her pain as a catalyst for helping others. Her discretion, even in the most difficult circumstances, earned her respect and admiration worldwide. Discretion in ending relationships is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending nothing happened. It's about channeling your emotions constructively and choosing your confidence wisely. Self-dialogue, journaling, or therapy can help process the complex emotions that arise. These private avenues allow you to confront your feelings honestly and develop a deeper understanding of yourself without the noise of public opinions clouding your path. It's also worth considering the long-term impact of oversharing. Once words are spoken or posted online, they cannot be taken back. The narrative becomes public property, often distorted and dissected by those who were never part of the relationship. Maintaining discretion helps you retain control over your story and prevents your pain from becoming a spectacle for others' consumption. In addition, discretion fosters genuine personal growth. By focusing on self-reflection and healing rather than public validation or revenge, you create space for true transformation. You honor the experiences and lessons of the relationship while learning to carry yourself with grace. This quiet strength not only protects your well-being but also sets a powerful example for others navigating similar challenges. In maintaining discretion, you demonstrate self-respect and resilience. You show that you are capable of handling life's trials with integrity, without allowing bitterness or resentment to consume you. This doesn't mean you should ignore or minimize your pain. It simply means you choose to process it in a way that promotes healing, growth, and personal empowerment. Ultimately, every ending, painful as it may be, holds the potential for a new beginning. By exercising discretion, you honor what was, learn from what is, and prepare yourself for what will come. This quiet, reflective approach allows you to move forward with strength and dignity, creating a foundation for deeper self-awareness and genuine connections in the future. As you step away from a chapter of your life, let discretion be your guide, allowing you to heal privately and emerge stronger, wiser, and ready to embrace new possibilities. 4. Mastering anger. Anger is a universal emotion, one that every person experiences at some point in their life. It often arises when we're mistreated, misunderstood, or face an injustice that seems insurmountable. In these moments, anger can feel like a storm brewing inside, threatening to break free and consume everything in its path. We've all felt our blood boil, our heartbeat quicken, and words form on our tongues that we know we'll later regret. But what if, instead of letting anger control us, we learn to master it? What if we transformed our anger into a tool for positive change, growth, and resilience? One of the most compelling examples of mastering anger is Nelson Mandela. For 27 long years, Mandela was imprisoned, subjected to humiliation and harsh conditions under the apartheid regime in South Africa. He had every reason to be consumed by rage and seek revenge against those who oppressed him. Yet, when he was finally released, Mandela chose a different path. He channeled his anger into a powerful message of unity and reconciliation. Instead of letting bitterness define him, he became a symbol of hope, peace, and strength. Mandela's ability to transform his rage into constructive action helped heal a nation and inspired millions around the world. The lesson is clear: anger, when left unchecked, can be destructive. But when harnessed and channeled correctly, it becomes a force for good. It drives change, ignites movements, and strengthens resolve. Mastering anger starts with self-awareness. The next time you feel your temper rising, pause. This pause is critical. It gives you the chance to step back, assess the situation, and decide how to respond. Picture anger as a powerful river. If left to flow uncontrollably, it can cause floods and destruction. But if guided, it can be used to generate energy and life. Calm and deliberate action is far more impactful than uncontrolled outbursts. Consider Martin Luther King Jr., who faced relentless hate, violence, and oppression during the civil rights movement. King undoubtedly felt anger at the injustices inflicted on him and countless others. However, he transformed that anger into a powerful call for nonviolent resistance. His speeches, marches, and advocacy for change were driven by a deep sense of moral outrage, but were delivered with grace, purpose, and composure. This mastery of anger earned him respect, even from those who opposed him, and led to significant strides in civil rights. Mastering anger doesn't mean suppressing it. Suppression often leads to resentment, passive aggressiveness, or even physical health issues. Instead, it involves acknowledging the anger, understanding its root cause, and deciding how to use it productively. Perhaps it means having a difficult but calm conversation with someone who wronged you. Maybe it involves using that anger to fuel your drive for change in your personal life, workplace, or community. Whatever the case, letting anger guide you purposefully, rather than letting it control you, is a mark of true strength. In everyday life, there are countless opportunities to practice mastering anger. Imagine being in a heated argument with a loved one. In that moment, harsh words might feel satisfying, but they often cause lasting damage. Instead, take a breath, lower your voice, listen as much as you speak. By controlling your reaction, you not only diffuse the situation but also set an example of maturity and respect. Another notable figure who exemplified mastery over anger is Mahatma Gandhi. Throughout his life, Gandhi faced discrimination, imprisonment, and physical violence. Despite these challenges, he remained steadfast in his commitment to nonviolence. His ability to channel anger into peaceful resistance led to India's independence and inspired civil rights movements worldwide. Gandhi's approach demonstrates that even in the face of extreme provocation, there is strength in choosing a composed and thoughtful response. Anger can be a catalyst for setting boundaries, standing up for yourself, or fighting against injustice. It can push you to demand better treatment, speak out against wrongs, or make changes that you've been putting off. But it must be wielded carefully, like a double-edged sword. If used recklessly, it can hurt others and leave you with regrets. If mastered, it can lead to profound transformation and strength. Think back to moments when you witnessed someone lose control of their anger. Chances are, it left you feeling uncomfortable or even disappointed. Now, recall times when someone faced adversity with calm determination. Their composure likely left a lasting impression. By mastering your anger, you become a person others respect and admire. You gain the power to turn frustration into focus, rage into resilience, and challenges into opportunities for growth. Mastering anger is not about denying or repressing emotions, it's about embracing them and guiding them constructively. It's about recognizing that your composure, even in the most heated moments, is a reflection of your strength. Those who witness your ability to remain calm under pressure will remember and respect it. And most importantly, you will gain the confidence to face life storms with the knowledge that your mind, not your anger, is in control. 5. Avoiding gossip and negative opinions. Gossip can be intoxicatingly easy to engage in, but it is, in essence, a corrosive force that eats away at trust and respect. When we speak negatively about others, it often reveals more about our character than theirs. Gossip may offer a fleeting sense of connection or superiority, but its long-term effects are far more damaging. It erodes relationships, undermines respect, and creates an atmosphere of negativity and mistrust. If left unchecked, gossiping becomes a toxic habit that can harm not only those being talked about, but also those who spread it. Michelle Obama's famous mantra, "When they go low, we go high," encapsulates the importance of rising above pettiness and choosing dignity over disparagement. In a world where quick judgments and unkind words often dominate conversations, this approach challenges us to take the higher road and lead with integrity. It's a reminder that we have a choice to either contribute to the cycle of negativity or break it with compassion, empathy, and respect. Consider moments when you've encountered someone who frustrates or offends you. It's natural to want to vent, to unload your grievances to friends or colleagues. But before you speak, pause. Ask yourself, will these words build or destroy? Are they rooted in truth and constructive intent? Or are they driven by hurt, insecurity, or anger? By choosing not to gossip, you are not only protecting the dignity of the person in question, but also preserving your own integrity. One of the most powerful examples of rising above gossip and negative talk comes from Princess Diana. Despite being the subject of relentless tabloid scrutiny and public speculation, Diana rarely engaged in public mudslinging or retaliatory remarks. Instead, she focused on her humanitarian work, earning the admiration and respect of millions. Her example shows that when faced with negativity, choosing to focus on positive, impactful actions speaks louder than any words. Choosing kindness over gossip does not mean ignoring or suppressing your feelings. It means finding more constructive outlets for your frustrations. Venting to a trusted confidant who can offer perspective or journaling your thoughts can be helpful ways to process emotions without spreading negativity. By leading by example and avoiding gossip, you create an environment of respect and empathy. This not only elevates your own character, but also sets a standard for those around you. Gossip is often rooted in insecurity, jealousy, or a desire to elevate oneself by tearing others down. However, true strength lies in building others up, even when it's difficult. Imagine you're in a work setting where a colleague has made a mistake. The easy route is to criticize them behind their back, joining in with others who do the same. But what if, instead, you offered to help that colleague improve or extended a hand of support? This approach not only strengthens your bond, but also enhances trust and respect within the group. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher and author, speaks often about the power of vulnerability and empathy. She emphasizes that everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. This perspective challenges us to replace judgment and gossip with compassion. When someone behaves poorly or makes mistakes, it may stem from struggles we cannot see. By pausing and seeking to understand rather than criticize, we build stronger, more empathetic communities. In the professional realm, leaders who engage in gossip often undermine their authority and credibility. Conversely, leaders who foster open communication, respect, and understanding create environments where teams can thrive. When you avoid gossip and negative talk, you position yourself as a trustworthy and reliable person, someone others feel comfortable approaching with honesty and vulnerability. It's worth noting that avoiding gossip doesn't mean avoiding difficult conversations. Constructive criticism, when delivered with respect and empathy, can be incredibly valuable. The key difference lies in intent. Gossip seeks to tear down, constructive feedback seeks to build up. If you have concerns about someone's behavior, consider addressing it directly with them in a respectful manner or finding an appropriate, private setting to express your feelings. Ultimately, choosing to rise above gossip and negativity is a conscious decision to live with integrity. It means valuing kindness, empathy, and respect over fleeting satisfaction or social acceptance. The effects are far-reaching. You build deeper, more meaningful connections, foster trust, and contribute to a culture of positivity and support. Imagine a world where we all paused before speaking ill of others, where we chose to see each person as complex, flawed, and deserving of compassion. By making this choice, we not only elevate ourselves but also inspire others to do the same. The power to lead by example and create a ripple effect of respect and kindness lies in each of us. It starts with avoiding gossip and choosing to speak and act with integrity. 6. Overcoming comparisons. Comparing ourselves to others is a deeply ingrained human behavior, but it often becomes a thief of joy and contentment. In an age where social media dominates so much of our attention, it's all too easy to get caught up in comparing our lives, achievements, and appearances to the highlight reels others choose to share. But what we see online is not the full story. It's curated moments meant to showcase the best, not the struggles, setbacks, or mundane moments that define real life. When you constantly measure your worth against others, you end up diminishing the value of your own experiences and unique journey. Instead of appreciating what you've accomplished, you focus on what you lack or haven't yet achieved. This relentless cycle can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and even resentment. However, breaking free from the habit of comparison is possible and liberating. J.K. Rowling is a powerful example of overcoming comparisons and staying true to one's own journey. Before achieving worldwide success with the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced numerous rejections from publishers. She struggled financially and questioned whether her work would ever see the light of day. Had she focused solely on the success of other authors or allowed herself to be discouraged by how far behind she felt, the world might never have experienced the magic of Hogwarts. Instead, Rowling persisted, trusting in her story and believing in her own voice. Her journey reminds us that everyone's path is unique, and comparing ourselves to others only serves to distract from our own potential. The truth is, life is not a race with a single track or finish line. It's more like an intricate tapestry, where each thread contributes to a bigger, more beautiful picture. Some paths are winding, filled with unexpected turns and pauses. Others are more linear. Both have value. Embracing the messiness, triumphs, and setbacks of your own journey allows you to appreciate it fully, without the taint of comparison. It's about recognizing that your story is worth celebrating, not because it mirrors someone else's, but because it is uniquely yours. Consider Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who has publicly shared his struggles with depression and the challenges he faced before becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. Johnson's journey from a failed football career to wrestling stardom and then to Hollywood success was anything but straightforward. If he had compared himself to those who found early success, he might have given up. Instead, he embraced his own path, acknowledging both the setbacks and the triumphs that shaped him. Overcoming comparisons doesn't mean ignoring the accomplishments of others. It means shifting your perspective. Rather than seeing others' success as a reflection of your inadequacies, view it as inspiration or proof of what's possible. Celebrate others' achievements without letting them diminish your own. If someone you know reaches a milestone you aspire to, use it as motivation rather than a source of envy. Recognize that their success does not take away from yours. There is enough room for everyone to thrive. Another way to combat the urge to compare is to focus on gratitude. Reflect on your own journey and take stock of the progress you've made, however small. What challenges have you overcome? What lessons have you learned? By shifting the focus inward and acknowledging your own growth, you cultivate a sense of self-appreciation and resilience. It's also important to set goals that are meaningful to you, rather than ones dictated by societal norms or expectations. When you chase goals simply because they seem impressive or align with what others are doing, you risk losing sight of what truly matters to you. Setting authentic goals that resonate with your values and passions helps you stay grounded and focused on your own journey, making it easier to resist the pull of comparison. Athletes often embody this mindset. Consider Serena Williams, who has faced immense scrutiny and comparisons throughout her career. Despite being one of the greatest athletes of all time, Williams has had to contend with comparisons to other players, both past and present. Instead of letting these comparisons define her, she has consistently focused on her own game, her own growth, and her own goals. Her relentless pursuit of excellence, regardless of what others are doing, exemplifies the power of self-belief and determination. Breaking free from the comparison trap is not a one-time decision, it's a daily practice. It requires conscious effort to redirect your thoughts when you find yourself slipping into patterns of envy or self-doubt. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and recognize that every step you take is part of your unique story. Embrace the fact that you are not meant to be like anyone else. Your journey is yours alone, and that is what makes it valuable and special. In the end, overcoming comparisons allows you to live more authentically, appreciate your own progress, and cultivate a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on measuring up to others. It's about owning your story, with all its imperfections and victories, and finding joy in the journey you're on. By doing so, you free yourself from the constant pressure to compete and instead create space for genuine growth, gratitude, and self-acceptance. 7. Mindful use of social media. Social media has become a defining feature of our modern lives, reshaping the way we connect, communicate, and consume information. It has the potential to be a powerful tool, offering inspiration, connection, and even opportunities for professional growth. Yet, it can just as easily become a trap, ensnaring us in a cycle of comparison, distraction, and anxiety. The key to navigating this digital landscape is mindful usage, approaching social media with clear intentions and healthy boundaries. At its best, social media allows us to maintain connections across distances, share our achievements, and amplify important messages. Think of figures like Malala Yousafzai, who uses platforms like Twitter to advocate for girls' education and human rights. Her posts reach millions and spark conversations that have a real-world impact. When approached thoughtfully, social media can be a force for good, connecting people around shared causes and passions. However, social media's dark side emerges when it starts to dictate our self-worth or hijack our attention. Scrolling through endless feeds of curated content often leaves us comparing ourselves to others, questioning our accomplishments, and feeling inadequate. The carefully filtered and polished snapshots of others' lives can create the illusion that everyone else is thriving, leaving us to wonder why we aren't measuring up. This can be detrimental to our mental health, fueling anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. One way to use social media mindfully is to set clear boundaries. Designate specific times for checking your accounts instead of mindlessly scrolling throughout the day. Create no-phone zones in your home, such as during meals or an hour before bed, to foster genuine connection and better sleep. Tech entrepreneur and philanthropist Bill Gates, for example, practices the Think Week twice a year, retreating from digital distractions to focus on reading, thinking, and innovation. This conscious disconnection allows him to reflect and strategize without the constant noise of the online world. It's also important to regularly evaluate how social media affects your mood and mental health. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time online. Are you uplifted, inspired, and connected? Or do you feel drained, envious, or anxious? If the latter, it may be time to reassess your engagement. Consider unfollowing accounts that leave you feeling negative or adopting a digital detox for a period. This break can provide a valuable reset, helping you re-engage with your offline life in a more present and meaningful way. Social media's algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, often by preying on our insecurities and desire for validation. This is why it's crucial to remember that your worth is not defined by likes, comments, or followers. Beyoncé, one of the world's most powerful entertainers, rarely uses social media for personal validation. Instead, she shares content with intention, often focusing on her work, charitable efforts, and family. Her approach exemplifies how to maintain control over your digital presence without being consumed by it. Mindful usage also means engaging with content that aligns with your values and interests. Instead of mindlessly consuming whatever appears in your feed, curate your online experience. Follow accounts that inspire, educate, and uplift you. Engage in conversations that matter and build genuine connections with people who share your passions. Use social media as a tool to learn, grow, and collaborate, not as a means of passive consumption or comparison. Another aspect of mindful social media use is recognizing when it's time to log off. It's easy to lose hours scrolling through feeds, but real life happens outside the screen. Dedicate time to nurturing your in-person relationships, pursuing hobbies, and experiencing the world firsthand. Actor and entrepreneur Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson often shares snippets of his life on social media, but he emphasizes the importance of balancing online presence with real-life interactions, workouts, and personal growth. His posts are authentic glimpses, but they don't define his worth or daily experience. Social media should serve you, not control you. Approach it with intention. Question its impact on your mental health, and create boundaries that protect your well-being. By doing so, you can harness its potential while minimizing its pitfalls. Your life's value isn't determined by virtual likes or the number of followers you have, but by the real-world connections and moments you create and cherish. Practicing mindful engagement allows you to reclaim your attention, prioritize what truly matters, and build a healthier relationship with the digital world. Whether it means taking a step back, unfollowing accounts that drain you, or using your platform to inspire others, remember that you have the power to shape your social media experience. Make it one that aligns with your values, lifts you up, and enhances your life, both online and off. 8. Breaking free from external validation. Seeking validation from others is a common human tendency, but it can be utterly exhausting and, ultimately, unsustainable. Living for others' approval often feels like standing on a stage. Every move scrutinized, every decision weighed against someone else's expectations. It creates a relentless cycle where your self-worth is determined by how well you meet the perceived standards of those around you. This cycle is not only draining but can prevent you from living authentically and discovering your true potential. Imagine stepping off that metaphorical stage, leaving behind the noise of others' judgments, and finding yourself in a calm, quiet space where only your voice matters. This is what breaking free from external validation offers, a chance to prioritize your own inner voice and determine your value based on your own beliefs, passions, and purpose. Your worth should never be contingent on the opinions of others. When you break this cycle, you reclaim control over your own happiness and direction. One powerful example of rejecting external validation is former U.S. President Barack Obama. Throughout his presidency, Obama faced intense scrutiny and relentless criticism. No matter what decision he made, there were always detractors. If he had allowed himself to be governed by the need for approval, he would have been paralyzed by indecision. Instead, Obama chose to focus on his core values and the vision he had for the country. He stayed true to his convictions, even when it meant facing fierce opposition. His approach demonstrates the power of self-trust and inner conviction in the face of external pressures. Breaking free from the need for validation doesn't mean ignoring feedback or isolating yourself from others. It means being selective about whose opinions truly matter. Constructive criticism from people you respect and trust can be valuable for growth. However, living solely to meet others' expectations, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or society at large, leads to a loss of authenticity. Over time, you may find yourself pursuing goals that don't align with your true desires, simply because they reflect what others want for you. Reflect on the moments in your life when you felt most fulfilled. Chances are, these were times when you followed your own path, pursued your own passions, and lived true to your values, regardless of external validation. This fulfillment comes from authenticity and self-alignment, not from pleasing others. Consider Oprah Winfrey, a media mogul who has consistently followed her own path despite immense societal pressures. Throughout her career, Oprah faced criticism and doubt, but she remained steadfast in her mission to uplift and inspire through storytelling. She made bold decisions, such as starting her own network, that were met with skepticism. Yet, her commitment to her vision and refusal to be defined by others' expectations paved the way for her continued success. Oprah's journey exemplifies what it means to prioritize your inner voice and pursue your unique purpose. Building relationships that honor your authenticity is another key aspect of breaking free from external validation. Surround yourself with people who respect and appreciate you for who you are, not who they want you to be. True friends and allies will support your growth, even if it means challenging you to be better. They won't demand that you conform to their expectations, but will encourage you to walk your own path unapologetically. Social media can complicate this process, as it often amplifies the pressure to seek external validation. Likes, comments, and shares can become metrics of self-worth, leading to anxiety and self-doubt. Recognize that these fleeting metrics hold no real power over your value. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, despite being one of the most followed personalities on social media, uses his platform to share motivational messages, behind-the-scenes glimpses, and authentic moments. He does so on his own terms, focusing on what aligns with his values rather than chasing superficial approval. His approach serves as a reminder that even in the digital age, authenticity matters more than validation. Breaking free from external validation is a journey, not a one-time decision. It requires continuous self-reflection and courage. You may face moments of doubt or encounter criticism that makes you question yourself. During these times, return to your inner compass. Ask yourself, what do I value? What makes me feel fulfilled? What path aligns with my true self? The answers to these questions will guide you forward, even when external voices try to sway you. Living authentically means embracing who you are, flaws and all. It means recognizing that your worth is not contingent on external validation, but is inherent in your existence. When you prioritize your inner voice over the noise of others' opinions, you create a life that is deeply satisfying and uniquely yours. It allows you to walk your path with confidence, courage, and a sense of purpose that cannot be shaken by the judgments of others. 9. Letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a relentless pursuit that drives people to achieve excellence, but it often comes with a heavy cost. While it can fuel ambition and attention to detail, it also creates immense pressure and paralyzes progress. The belief that every outcome must be flawless can leave people trapped in cycles of self-doubt, fear of failure, and procrastination. Letting go of perfectionism does not mean abandoning high standards. It means redefining success in a way that prioritizes growth, learning, and resilience over unattainable ideals. Thomas Edison, one of the world's greatest inventors, exemplified this mindset. His journey to invent the light bulb was filled with countless failures, over 1,000 unsuccessful attempts. To be precise, instead of viewing these setbacks as signs of inadequacy or reasons to give up, Edison saw each failure as a step toward success. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's relentless pursuit of progress, not perfection, led to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. His story is a reminder that failure is not the opposite of success, it is an essential part of the process. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of making mistakes or being judged. In reality, mistakes are some of life's most powerful teachers. Embracing imperfection allows you to take risks, experiment, and learn from your experiences. Consider Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Despite her unparalleled success, Williams has faced losses and setbacks throughout her career. Instead of being defined by these moments, she uses them as opportunities to improve her game and strengthen her resolve. Her resilience and ability to bounce back from defeat demonstrate that true greatness is built on perseverance, not perfection. Letting go of perfectionism means shifting your focus from flawless outcomes to genuine effort and growth. It means recognizing that every step forward, no matter how small or imperfect, brings you closer to your goals. Striving for excellence is admirable, but expecting perfection in every endeavor sets an impossible standard. This mindset can lead to burnout, anxiety, and a fear of even starting new projects because the risk of falling short seems too great. Instead, redefine success as doing your best with the resources and knowledge you have at any given moment. Celebrate progress, no matter how incremental, and view setbacks as valuable feedback rather than proof of inadequacy. In the creative realm, perfectionism can stifle innovation. Author and screenwriter Shonda Rhimes, known for her work on hit shows like Grey's Anatomy and Scandal, has spoken openly about overcoming perfectionist tendencies. Early in her career, Rhimes feared putting her work out into the world unless it was flawless. She eventually realized that striving for perfection was holding her back. By letting go of this fear, she embraced vulnerability and allowed herself to take creative risks. The result? A groundbreaking career that has redefined television storytelling. Rhimes' journey illustrates that true creativity and impact often emerge when we allow ourselves to be imperfect. Letting go of perfectionism also requires practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be harsh on yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. However, treating yourself with kindness and understanding during these moments is essential for growth. Recognize that everyone, even the most successful and influential people, experiences failures and setbacks. What sets them apart is their willingness to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Consider Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Musk's ambitious goals have led to high-profile successes and failures alike. From rocket explosions to production delays. Instead of allowing these setbacks to define him, Musk views them as opportunities for improvement and innovation. His ability to accept failure as part of the journey has propelled his companies to the forefront of technological advancement. Musk's story is a testament to the power of persistence, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace imperfection. Life's beauty lies in its messiness, its unpredictability, and its imperfections. Striving for perfection often blinds us to the joy and growth that come from embracing the unexpected. When we let go of the need to be perfect, we open ourselves up to new experiences, meaningful connections, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. We learn to appreciate the journey itself, rather than fixating solely on the destination. Ultimately, letting go of perfectionism means giving yourself permission to be human. It means acknowledging that mistakes are not failures but opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. By focusing on effort, resilience, and continuous learning, you free yourself from the burden of perfection and unlock your true potential. It is in the imperfect moments, the ones filled with challenge, vulnerability, and growth, that we often find our greatest strength and purpose. 10. Releasing unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations are like weights that can drag you down, filling life with disappointment, frustration, and self-doubt. These expectations often come from society's pressure to achieve perfection, meet conventional milestones, or conform to certain ideals. The problem with unrealistic standards is that they create a moving target, no matter how much you achieve. There is always something better or more to strive for, making genuine satisfaction nearly impossible. Accepting life's imperfections is essential to breaking free from these burdens. Recognizing that no one leads a perfectly curated existence, even if it appears so on social media or in public life, helps put things into perspective. Striving for success and growth is important, but it should be rooted in goals that genuinely align with your true self, not dictated by others' expectations or unattainable ideals. Take the example of former First Lady Michelle Obama. Throughout her public life, she faced countless expectations about who she should be, how she should act, and what causes she should champion. Rather than succumbing to the noise, Michelle chose to focus on issues that truly resonated with her, such as promoting health and education. She embraced her authenticity, even when it meant challenging conventional expectations. This commitment not only made her more effective, but also allowed her to connect with millions on a deeply personal level. Michelle Obama's journey is a powerful example of aligning goals with one's true self rather than chasing societal ideals. Releasing unrealistic expectations does not mean giving up on ambition or growth. It means setting goals that reflect your values, passions, and capabilities. Consider Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles, who shocked the world when she withdrew from several events at the Tokyo Olympics to prioritize her mental health. Many people expected her to compete flawlessly and bring home more medals. But Biles made a courageous choice to step back and focus on her well-being. By doing so, she demonstrated that it's okay to deviate from expectations, even when the world is watching. Her decision inspired a global conversation about mental health and the pressure placed on athletes and individuals alike. Unrealistic expectations often manifest in both personal and professional spheres. We may expect perfection in our work, flawless relationships, or a life without setbacks. The reality is that life is messy, unpredictable, and filled with both triumphs and challenges. Embracing this imperfection opens the door to genuine joy, growth, and resilience. By letting go of the idea that everything must be perfect, we free ourselves to live more authentically and to find fulfillment in our own way. Another aspect of releasing unrealistic expectations involves acknowledging our limitations and being kind to ourselves when things don't go as planned. Failure and setbacks are part of the human experience. They provide opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Take tech visionary Elon Musk, who has faced numerous setbacks with his ventures, including failed rocket launches and product delays. Despite immense public scrutiny, Musk continues to push boundaries and innovate. He doesn't let setbacks or others' expectations define him. Instead, he uses each challenge as a stepping stone to achieve greater things. Musk's story reminds us that releasing unrealistic expectations allows room for resilience, persistence, and meaningful progress. Letting go of unattainable ideals also involves breaking free from comparisons. Social media often exacerbates unrealistic expectations by showcasing curated, polished versions of people's lives. We see others' successes, filtered through a highlight reel, and mistakenly believe our lives should match up. But comparing your behind-the-scenes reality to someone else's public facade is a losing battle. Instead, focus on your journey, your milestones, and the progress you've made, no matter how messy or imperfect it may be. In relationships, unrealistic expectations can lead to dissatisfaction and resentment. Expecting a partner to fulfill every need or behave perfectly sets both parties up for disappointment. Healthy relationships are built on understanding, compromise, and acceptance of each other's flaws and strengths. By releasing the need for perfection, you create space for genuine connection and mutual growth. Releasing unrealistic expectations doesn't mean lowering your standards or giving up on dreams. It means being realistic about what you can achieve and embracing the journey, with all its ups and downs. This mindset allows you to enjoy small victories, learn from setbacks, and cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. It opens the door to a more fulfilling and authentic life, where success is measured not by unattainable ideals but by personal growth and true happiness. 11. Steering clear of gossip. Gossip has long been a socially tempting behavior, often masquerading as harmless chatter or a way to bond with others. However, beneath its surface lies a corrosive force that erodes trust, damages reputations, and undermines genuine connection. Engaging in gossip reflects more on the speaker than the person being talked about, revealing insecurities and a willingness to compromise integrity for fleeting social approval. Choosing to steer clear of gossip is not just a moral high ground, it is a commitment to fostering an environment of respect, kindness, and authenticity. When we engage in gossip, we risk reducing complex human beings to a series of rumors, often distorted and devoid of context. Imagine if your lowest, most vulnerable moments became fodder for idle chatter. How would it feel to have your struggles, mistakes, or insecurities dissected and passed around like entertainment? Empathy is a powerful tool to combat gossip. By pausing to consider the humanity of others, their challenges, fears, and imperfections, we remind ourselves that every person deserves respect and dignity. One powerful example of rising above gossip comes from Michelle Obama, who, during her time as First Lady, faced relentless public scrutiny and criticism. Instead of retaliating or engaging in negativity, she famously said, "When they go low, we go high." This mantra became a symbol of grace and integrity, encouraging people to rise above pettiness and choose kindness over disparagement. By refusing to be pulled into gossip or public feuds, Michelle Obama exemplified how strength and character are revealed not by tearing others down but by lifting them and ourselves up. Choosing conversations rooted in kindness and empathy does not mean ignoring difficult truths or avoiding necessary discussions. It means approaching sensitive topics with care, compassion, and an intent to understand rather than judge. Gossip thrives on sensationalism and half-truths, authentic conversations, on the other hand, seek clarity, growth, and connection. When we speak with respect and empathy, we foster environments where people feel valued and heard, rather than diminished. Consider the professional realm. In a workplace setting, gossip can be particularly damaging. It creates an atmosphere of distrust and undermines teamwork, Leaders who avoid gossip and refuse to entertain disparaging remarks about colleagues set a powerful example for others. Oprah Winfrey, a media icon, has built a reputation for promoting positive and meaningful dialogue through her talk shows and interviews. She has consistently emphasized the importance of empathy and understanding, steering clear of divisive gossip that diminishes others. Her approach has not only earned her immense respect, but has also created a platform for impactful, life-changing conversations. Resisting the urge to gossip requires conscious effort, especially in social settings where negative talk can feel like an easy way to connect or bond. The next time you find yourself in such a situation, pause and reflect on the impact of your words. Ask yourself, will this conversation build someone up or tear them down? Is there a more constructive way to engage? By redirecting conversations toward positive topics, you set a new standard for interaction, one that is grounded in respect and genuine connection. It is worth noting that steering clear of gossip does not mean avoiding all difficult conversations. Constructive criticism and honest discussions, when delivered with empathy and respect, can be transformative. The key difference lies in intent. Gossip seeks to tear down, constructive dialogue seeks to build up. If you have concerns about someone's behavior, address them directly in a private and respectful manner, rather than turning it into a topic for gossip. In personal relationships, avoiding gossip strengthens trust and deepens bonds. People feel safer and more valued when they know that their vulnerabilities and imperfections won't become topics of casual discussion. By leading by example and choosing words that reflect kindness, you create a ripple effect. Others are more likely to follow your lead, fostering a culture of respect and authenticity in your social circles. Gossip may offer a momentary sense of superiority or connection, but its effects are fleeting and often harmful. Genuine connection, on the other hand, is built on trust, empathy, and mutual respect. When you choose to steer clear of gossip, you not only protect the dignity of others, but also elevate your own character. You become known as someone who can be trusted, someone who builds rather than breaks. This kind of reputation is far more valuable and enduring than any temporary bond formed through negative chatter. Leading by example in this regard can be challenging but deeply rewarding. Imagine a world where conversations are driven by curiosity, compassion, and a desire to uplift. By making a conscious effort to avoid gossip, you contribute to that vision and inspire others to do the same. It is a choice that reflects strength, character, and a commitment to genuine, meaningful connections. 12. Embracing change and adaptability. Change is one of the few constants in life, yet it remains something many people struggle with. Whether it's a change in personal circumstances, professional setbacks, or societal shifts, resistance is often our first reaction. We hold on to what's familiar because it feels safe, even when it no longer serves us. However, learning to embrace change and adapt is crucial not only for survival but also for growth and fulfillment. Embracing change means letting go of rigidity and accepting that life is fluid and ever-evolving. This mindset allows you to move through challenges with resilience and open yourself up to new opportunities. Consider the case of former U.S. President Barack Obama, who had to adapt to an ever-changing political landscape throughout his career. Whether navigating complex negotiations, facing global crises, or addressing shifts in public opinion, Obama demonstrated the ability to pivot and adapt without losing sight of his core values. His adaptability was a key strength that enabled him to lead effectively in uncertain times. In the corporate world, adaptability is often the difference between success and failure. Take the example of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. What began as an online bookstore has grown into one of the world's largest and most influential companies. This transformation didn't happen overnight. Nor did it happen by chance. Bezos consistently embraced change, exploring new markets, innovating with technology, and expanding Amazon's reach. His willingness to take risks and adapt to the needs of consumers has kept Amazon at the forefront of global commerce. This story illustrates how embracing change can lead to extraordinary growth and impact. Adapting to change also requires letting go of fear of the unknown, fear of failure, and fear of judgment. Change often means stepping out of your comfort zone, which can be uncomfortable or even frightening. Yet, it is in these moments of discomfort that true growth occurs. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison for his fight against apartheid. When he was finally released, he could have clung to bitterness and anger. Instead, he chose to adapt to a new reality, leading South Africa's transition to democracy with a message of reconciliation and unity. Mandela's adaptability and ability to evolve in the face of immense personal and societal change made him one of the most respected leaders in history. To embrace change effectively, it's important to cultivate a mindset of curiosity and openness. View change not as an obstacle but as an opportunity to learn and grow. When Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997 after being ousted from the company he co-founded, he faced a company on the brink of collapse. Rather than resist change or cling to past ways of doing things, Jobs embraced innovation, introducing groundbreaking products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad. This adaptability revitalized Apple, transforming it into one of the world's most valuable companies. Jobs' story is a testament to the power of reinvention and adaptability in the face of change. Change is not always grand or dramatic. Often, it occurs in small, incremental ways. Personal growth, for example, is often a series of tiny adjustments and shifts in mindset over time. Embracing change in everyday life can mean being open to new perspectives, taking on new responsibilities, or adjusting to different roles within relationships. The key is to remain flexible and willing to adapt as circumstances evolve. Adapting to change also means recognizing when to let go of old beliefs or practices that no longer serve you. This requires self-awareness and humility. Mahatma Gandhi, for example, was willing to adapt his strategies as India's fight for independence evolved. He began by advocating for rights within the British Empire, but later shifted his focus to complete independence. Gandhi's adaptability and ability to change tactics based on the needs of the movement were critical to its success. One of the most important aspects of embracing change is resilience, the ability to recover and move forward in the face of setbacks. Failure and change often go hand in hand. Thomas Edison, as mentioned earlier, failed countless times before inventing the light bulb. Each failure was a lesson that propelled him forward. This resilience, rooted in a willingness to adapt and change course, is what ultimately led to his groundbreaking success. In your own life, embracing change starts with small steps. Be willing to challenge your routines, seek out new experiences, and let go of what no longer aligns with your goals or values. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and adaptability. Change often feels less daunting when you have a supportive network that understands and embraces the journey with you. It's also important to develop coping mechanisms for the stress and anxiety that often accompany change. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, can help ground you during periods of uncertainty. Reflecting on past changes you've navigated successfully can also provide reassurance that you are capable of adapting to whatever comes next. Embracing change does not mean giving up your identity or values. It means being willing to evolve while staying true to your core principles. Change challenges us, shapes us, and ultimately makes us stronger. By approaching it with an open mind and a resilient spirit, you can turn life's inevitable twists and turns into opportunities for growth and fulfillment. The ability to adapt and thrive in a changing world is not just a skill, it's a mindset that can transform your life. 13. Cultivating emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to life's challenges, bounce back from setbacks, and maintain a sense of balance in the face of adversity. It is a skill that allows you to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs without becoming overwhelmed or losing sight of your goals. Building resilience doesn't mean you won't experience pain or hardship, it means you'll have the strength and strategies to overcome them. Consider the life of Malala Yousafzai, who became a global symbol of resilience and courage. At the age of 15, Malala survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban for her advocacy of girls' education in Pakistan. Despite the trauma and fear she endured, she continued to speak out, eventually becoming the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Malala's story is a powerful testament to emotional resilience, the ability to transform pain and adversity into strength and purpose. Her resilience did not come from ignoring her pain, but from confronting it, healing, and using it as a source of motivation. Emotional resilience starts with self-awareness. Understanding your emotions and what triggers them is the first step to managing them effectively. When you recognize your feelings, you can respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This kind of emotional regulation helps you maintain perspective during difficult times. Take the example of tennis legend Serena Williams. Throughout her career, she has faced immense pressure, criticism, and even discrimination. Yet, she remains composed on and off the court, channeling her emotions into her performance and advocacy work. Serena's resilience stems from her ability to stay grounded and focused, even in the most challenging moments. Building resilience also involves cultivating a strong support system. No one can face life's challenges alone, and having people you trust to lean on during tough times can make all the difference. Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a difficult childhood marked by poverty and trauma, often speaks about the importance of surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. Her close friendships and professional relationships have been a source of strength throughout her journey, helping her navigate personal and professional challenges. By building meaningful connections, you create a safety net that can catch you when you fall and help you get back up. Another key aspect of emotional resilience is the ability to reframe negative experiences. Instead of seeing setbacks as insurmountable failures, resilient individuals view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Thomas Edison's famous quote, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," exemplifies this mindset. Each setback brings valuable lessons that can lead to future success. By changing your perspective on failure, you reduce its power over you and become more willing to take risks and persevere in the face of adversity. Resilience also requires flexibility and adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and rigid thinking can make it difficult to cope with unexpected changes. Being open to new possibilities and willing to adjust your approach can help you navigate uncertainty more effectively. Former U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt demonstrated remarkable adaptability during the Great Depression and World War II. Faced with unprecedented challenges, he implemented bold and innovative policies that reshaped the nation and provided hope during dark times. His resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity exemplified strong leadership and inspired millions. Practicing self-compassion is another crucial component of emotional resilience. It's easy to be harsh on yourself when things don't go as planned, but treating yourself with kindness and understanding can help you recover more quickly. Acknowledge your mistakes, learn from them, and then let them go. This compassionate approach reduces feelings of shame and guilt, which can otherwise keep you stuck in a negative cycle. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, journaling, or simply taking time to reflect, can also enhance resilience. By staying present and grounded, You can better manage stress and maintain perspective. Meditation, for example, helps regulate your nervous system and build emotional stability. Mindfulness isn't about suppressing negative emotions, but about acknowledging them without letting them consume you. Emotional resilience often goes hand in hand with a sense of purpose. Having a clear sense of why you do what you do gives you the strength to push through challenges. Nelson Mandela's commitment to ending apartheid and achieving equality for all South Africans kept him going through decades of imprisonment and hardship. His unwavering sense of purpose not only fueled his resilience, but also inspired others to join his cause. When you have a strong sense of purpose, setbacks become obstacles to overcome, not reasons to give up. It's important to recognize that building emotional resilience is a lifelong process. It requires continuous effort, reflection, and practice. There will be times when you feel overwhelmed or discouraged. That's normal. The key is to keep going, to seek out support, and to learn from every experience. Resilience is not about being invincible, it's about being able to bend without breaking and to rise again after falling. Incorporating healthy habits into your daily routine can further strengthen your resilience. Exercise, adequate sleep, and a balanced diet all contribute to mental and physical well-being, making it easier to cope with stress. Regularly engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment can also replenish your emotional reserves, giving you the energy to face challenges head-on. Emotional resilience is a skill that anyone can develop. By building self-awareness, seeking support, reframing challenges, and staying adaptable, you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater strength and grace. Remember, resilience doesn't mean you won't experience pain or hardship. It means you have the tools and mindset to overcome them and emerge stronger on the other side. When you cultivate resilience, you become more capable of facing whatever life throws your way, creating a life defined not by the challenges you encounter, but by how you rise to meet them. 14. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you or acknowledging a kind gesture. It is a transformative practice that can shift your mindset, improve your well-being, and strengthen your connections with others. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, gratitude helps cultivate a sense of contentment and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Embracing gratitude can lead to a happier, more fulfilling life and even contribute to personal and professional success. Gratitude has been shown to have numerous mental and physical health benefits. Studies indicate that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress and depression, improved sleep quality, and greater overall well-being. When you take the time to recognize and appreciate the positive aspects of your life, you reduce negative emotions like envy and resentment. This simple shift in perspective can significantly impact how you perceive and navigate the world around you. One powerful example of gratitude in action is Maya Angelou, the renowned poet, author, and civil rights activist. Angelou faced significant adversity throughout her life, including poverty, trauma, and discrimination. Despite these hardships, she cultivated a deep sense of gratitude, often expressing appreciation for life's beauty and opportunities for growth. Her gratitude fueled her resilience and inspired millions through her writing and public speaking. Angelou's life reminds us that even in difficult circumstances, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in building and maintaining strong relationships. When you express genuine appreciation for others, you create a positive cycle of giving and receiving that strengthens bonds. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and respected. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential figures in media, often credits her success to a mindset of gratitude. Throughout her career, she has publicly acknowledged and thanked the people who have supported and inspired her. This genuine appreciation has not only deepened her connections with others, but has also helped foster a culture of positivity and collaboration in her work. Practicing gratitude can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal. Take a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be big or small, ranging from meaningful accomplishments to everyday moments of joy. The act of writing them down helps reinforce the habit of focusing on the positive and can serve as a powerful reminder of all the good in your life. Over time, this practice can shift your baseline perspective, making you more resilient in the face of adversity. Gratitude can also transform your professional life. Leaders who practice gratitude often inspire loyalty and dedication among their teams. Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group, is known for his genuine appreciation of his employees. He regularly expresses gratitude for their hard work and contributions, creating a positive and motivating work environment. Branson's approach demonstrates that gratitude is not just a nice-to-have quality, it's a powerful leadership tool that fosters trust, engagement, and productivity. One of the most impactful aspects of gratitude is its ability to shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. In a culture that often emphasizes what we don't have or what we need to achieve next, practicing gratitude reminds us to appreciate what we already possess. This mindset can reduce feelings of inadequacy and competition, replacing them with a sense of contentment and joy. Take the example of Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest individuals. Despite his immense success, Buffett is known for his humble and grateful attitude. He often speaks about the people and opportunities that have contributed to his success, emphasizing that his wealth is a product of a supportive network and favorable circumstances. This perspective reflects a deep sense of gratitude and humility that keeps him grounded. Gratitude is not about ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging both the good and the difficult, finding reasons to be thankful even when life feels overwhelming. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote extensively about finding meaning and gratitude even in the darkest of times. His experiences in concentration camps taught him that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can choose how we respond. Gratitude, even in the face of suffering, can provide strength, hope, and resilience. Gratitude also fosters a sense of interconnectedness. By recognizing the contributions of others and the beauty of shared experiences, you become more empathetic and compassionate. This perspective helps you see beyond your own struggles and appreciate the larger tapestry of human connection. Acts of gratitude can be as simple as saying thank you to a coworker, expressing appreciation to a loved one, or performing a random act of kindness. These small gestures create ripples of positivity that extend far beyond the moment. Another way to cultivate gratitude is to reframe negative experiences as opportunities for growth. Instead of focusing solely on what went wrong, ask yourself what lessons you can learn from the situation. This approach shifts your perspective from victimhood to empowerment. For example, when basketball legend Michael Jordan was cut from his high school varsity team, he used that setback as motivation to improve. Rather than dwelling on rejection, he expressed gratitude for the opportunity to work harder and prove himself. This mindset of gratitude for challenges helped propel him to become one of the greatest athletes of all time. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life doesn't require grand gestures. It's about cultivating an attitude of appreciation and making it a consistent part of your mindset. Reflect on the people, experiences, and opportunities that have shaped you. Take the time to express gratitude for what you have, even as you work toward your goals. By focusing on what is good and meaningful in your life, you create a foundation of joy, resilience, and fulfillment that carries you through both the highs and lows. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform how you see the world and how you navigate your journey within it. 15. The art of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses, emotions, and behaviors to achieve your goals. It is the backbone of personal growth, success, and resilience, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters, even in the face of distractions and setbacks. Cultivating self-discipline is not about harsh self-denial. It is about making conscious choices that align with your long-term vision and values. One of the most powerful examples of self-discipline in action is seen in the life of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Johnson's journey from professional wrestling to becoming one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors is a testament to his relentless work ethic and self-discipline. He is known for waking up at 4 a.m. every day to train, regardless of his busy schedule or personal commitments. His dedication to his craft and physical fitness is rooted in consistent, disciplined actions that compound over time. Johnson's success is not merely a result of talent, but of his ability to stay focused, set goals, and execute them with precision and persistence. Self-discipline often starts with setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. Without a clear destination, it is easy to be swayed by distractions or lose motivation. Take Elon Musk, for example. As the CEO of multiple companies, including Tesla and SpaceX, Musk has an intense schedule and ambitious goals that require unwavering focus. His self-discipline is evident in his ability to prioritize tasks, eliminate distractions, and maintain his long-term vision despite setbacks and criticism. Musk's work ethic and disciplined approach to innovation have transformed entire industries, demonstrating the power of sustained effort and perseverance. However, self-discipline is not limited to high-profile figures. It can be cultivated in everyday life by anyone willing to put in the work. It begins with small, consistent habits that align with your goals. For instance, if you want to improve your health, self-discipline might involve committing to regular exercise, meal planning, and getting enough sleep. The key is to make choices that serve your long-term well-being, even when it's tempting to take the easier route. Building self-discipline often requires overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is a common barrier to success, fueled by fear, self-doubt, or a lack of motivation. To combat this, break your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Focusing on one step at a time makes the process less overwhelming and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you move forward. Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players in history, exemplifies this approach. She breaks down her training and preparation into small, focused goals, allowing her to consistently improve and maintain her competitive edge. Another critical aspect of self-discipline is delaying gratification. In a world of instant rewards and quick fixes, learning to wait and work for long-term benefits is a mark of true discipline. Consider Warren Buffett, who built his fortune through patience, strategic investments, and long-term thinking. Buffett often speaks about the importance of resisting impulsive decisions and sticking to a well-thought-out plan. His disciplined approach to investing has made him one of the wealthiest and most respected figures in finance. Self-discipline also involves mastering your emotions. Life is full of challenges that can trigger frustration, anger, or doubt. While it is natural to feel these emotions, allowing them to dictate your actions can derail your progress. Emotional self-discipline means taking a step back, assessing the situation calmly, and responding in a way that aligns with your goals. Nelson Mandela demonstrated extraordinary emotional discipline during his 27 years of imprisonment. Despite facing immense injustice, he chose not to succumb to anger or bitterness. Instead, he focused on reconciliation and building a united South Africa. Mandela's ability to maintain emotional self-discipline in the face of adversity is a powerful reminder of what is possible when we control our reactions and stay true to our principles. Discipline in your daily habits is often the foundation of larger successes. Developing a routine can help reinforce self-discipline by creating structure and reducing the need for constant decision-making. Successful individuals, like Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, often attribute their productivity to disciplined routines that prioritize important tasks and minimize distractions. Gates is known for dedicating think weeks to reading and deep work, allowing him to focus on long-term strategy without interruptions. This disciplined approach to work and learning has been key to his success. Self-discipline is not about perfection, it is about progress and consistency. There will be times when you slip up or face setbacks. What matters is your ability to recognize these moments, learn from them, and get back on track. Practicing self-compassion during these times is essential. Beating yourself up over mistakes only erodes your confidence and makes it harder to move forward. Instead, treat setbacks as opportunities to reflect, adjust your approach, and recommit to your goals. Accountability can also strengthen self-discipline. Sharing your goals with someone you trust or joining a supportive community can provide encouragement and motivation. When you know others are invested in your success, it becomes easier to stay disciplined and follow through on your commitments. This sense of accountability can be seen in athletes who train with teams or coaches. The collective drive and shared goals often lead to higher levels of performance and discipline. Ultimately, self-discipline is a skill that can be developed with practice and intention. It is about making choices that align with your values and long-term vision, even when it's difficult. By cultivating self-discipline, you gain greater control over your life, achieve your goals more effectively, and build resilience to face challenges. Whether in your personal life, career, or relationships, self-discipline empowers you to become the best version of yourself. It transforms ambition into action, turning dreams into reality. With consistent effort and a commitment to self-improvement, you can harness the power of self-discipline to create a life that reflects your deepest aspirations and values. 16. The importance of setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is a vital component of self-respect, well-being, and healthy relationships. It allows you to protect your time, energy, and mental health by defining what you are willing to accept from others and what you are not. Boundaries are not about building walls to keep people out, they are about creating a framework for mutual respect and understanding, both in personal and professional contexts. By setting boundaries, you establish the standards for how you want to be treated and take control of your own life. One of the clearest examples of setting boundaries comes from Oprah Winfrey. As one of the most influential media figures in the world, she has long been vocal about the importance of boundaries in maintaining a balanced and fulfilling life. Despite her busy schedule and countless demands for her time, Oprah knows when to say no by prioritizing her well-being. She sets an example of self-respect and encourages others to do the same. Setting boundaries is a way to honor yourself and ensure that you have the capacity to give to others without compromising your own needs. Saying no is one of the most powerful ways to establish boundaries. Many people struggle with this simple word, fearing rejection, conflict, or the disappointment of others. However, constantly saying yes to everyone and everything can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of identity. Learning to say no when necessary is an act of self-care that reinforces your priorities and helps you maintain balance. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors. He often emphasizes the importance of saying no to most opportunities in order to focus on what truly matters. His disciplined approach to setting boundaries has contributed to his unparalleled success. Setting boundaries requires clear communication. It's not enough to know your limits internally, you must express them to others in a respectful but assertive manner. For example, if you need uninterrupted time to work on a project, Communicate this to your colleagues and set specific hours when you are not available for meetings or distractions. By clearly expressing your needs, you reduce misunderstandings and establish expectations. Boundaries are most effective when they are communicated openly and consistently. Healthy boundaries are particularly important in relationships. They define what behaviors are acceptable and help maintain respect and trust between partners, friends, or family members. Without boundaries, relationships can become imbalanced, with one person constantly giving and the other constantly taking. This dynamic leads to resentment and a breakdown of trust. Establishing boundaries ensures that each person's needs are considered and respected. For example, if you have a friend who frequently oversteps by calling at all hours with their problems, it's okay to set a boundary by letting them know when you are available to talk and when you are not. This approach does not mean you care less. It means you are taking care of yourself so you can be present and supportive when it truly matters. In professional settings, boundaries are equally critical. They help define roles, responsibilities, and expectations, creating a healthier and more productive work environment. When employees know their boundaries, they are less likely to experience burnout and more likely to perform at their best. Leaders who respect boundaries earn the trust and loyalty of their teams. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, is known for fostering a culture of empathy and respect within the company. By promoting work-life balance and respecting employees' boundaries, he has helped transform Microsoft's culture into one of collaboration and innovation. Boundaries are not static. They can change over time based on your needs and circumstances. As you grow and evolve, you may need to reevaluate and adjust your boundaries. This process requires self-awareness and reflection. Take the time to assess what is working in your life and what is not. Are there relationships, habits, or commitments that drain your energy without adding value? Are there areas where you need to assert yourself more firmly? By regularly reassessing your boundaries, you ensure that they continue to serve your best interests. Establishing boundaries can be challenging, especially if you are accustomed to prioritizing the needs of others over your own. You may face resistance or pushback when you begin to assert yourself. Some people may not understand or respect your boundaries at first. This is normal, but it does not mean you should back down. Stand firm in your commitment to your well-being and communicate your boundaries with confidence. Over time, people will learn to respect and appreciate your limits. Boundaries also play a key role in protecting your mental health. When you set boundaries around negative influences or toxic behaviors, you create space for positivity and growth. For example, if you have a coworker who constantly criticizes your work or undermines your confidence, it's important to address the behavior and set boundaries around how you will be treated. This may involve speaking with them directly, involving a manager, or limiting your interactions with them. Protecting your mental health is a form of self-respect that allows you to thrive. One common misconception about boundaries is that they are selfish or rigid. In reality, boundaries are an act of compassion, both for yourself and for others. When you establish boundaries, you create healthier, more respectful relationships. You also model healthy behavior for others, showing them that it is possible to prioritize your own needs while still caring for and respecting those around you. Another key aspect of setting boundaries is knowing your limits and recognizing when you need to take a step back. Burnout is a serious issue that can result from overcommitting yourself and failing to respect your own boundaries. Taking breaks, setting limits on work hours, and dedicating time to rest and recharge are all forms of boundary setting that contribute to long-term success and well-being. Boundaries empower you to live authentically and intentionally. They give you the freedom to focus on what truly matters and let go of what does not. By setting clear boundaries, you take control of your life and create a space where you can grow, thrive, and be your best self. It's a process that requires courage, self-awareness, and consistent effort, but the rewards are well worth it. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about creating a life that aligns with your values and allows you to flourish. Marcus Aurelius believed that true strength begins with mastery of our minds. As we strive to cut out toxic influences, focus inward, and live more authentically, we have the power to transform not just our thoughts, but our entire lives. Remember, this journey isn't about perfection, it's about growth, resilience, and self-compassion. Thank you for being a part of this transformative exploration on Krathen. If today's journey resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and continue walking this path with us. Together, we'll keep learning, growing, and becoming the architects of our own lives.